What's up everybody, Ian and Irenan here taking you through a lower limb class. We're going to focus on the foot and the ankle a lot today, but we're going to hit everything in the lower body. So the first thing we're going to do is get you right into it. Let's go on all fours. Let's start off with our hip cars. I have this weighted ball behind her knee. You can put a lacrosse ball behind your knee, just a little bit of added stuff to get some hamstring in there. And I also really want your other foot that you're not using, try to get your toes under you as much as possible so that you're stretching the bottom of your foot, because we're going to be using that. So if you can get that going right away, that'd be great. So now let's go through 5 reps. Let's have that knee come forward, and then it goes out, and then you get that heel up to the ceiling and come all the way around. Good. Let's start off with like a little bit smaller rep and just slowly build into it. Then just keep going. Yeah, there you go. Good. Kick back, out, and around, and I'll hold you in place so you can feel a little bit. So just start off nice and slow. Get a little bit bigger as you go. Focus on feeling that your butt work, especially as you kick up to the ceiling. Think about your belly button as a red dot, so it has to stay facing the ground. If at any moment you need to take a little quick breather, do an exhale, whatever works for you, go at your own pace, and just try to think that I'm over on that opposite side of you. The easiest compensation is to lean out of the way. So right now I got my knee pushing up against her, so try to hold that in place. Good. We're gonna get 5 total reps, and then we'll switch sides. Should be the ball is a really good thing to add to your routine because you get that good squeeze. You should be able to find your hamstring, especially as you go back, which a lot of people are unable to really feel. But then we also get a little bit of weight, so it actually is really tough. It's like a pound or even 2 pounds, I think. And that will really help you recruit some stuff. So we don't want to just throw ankle weights on right away always, but it can be a really great way to start. All right, let's switch sides. Nice and slow, take your time. Before you set up, take a good breath. So let's have you get a good breath in. Fully exhale everything out. As you exhale, feel your abs pull in, everything gets nice and tight, and then go into your rep. Good. Good, and keep thinking that I'm on that side of you, so try not to let that go out. Yeah, there you go. Better. There you go, good. So you have a little bit of a smaller rep, and that's okay. Go to your rep, even if you have a little bit of compensations at first, especially early in your reps, that's okay. But try to slowly work on getting rid of them and getting your reps small enough to where we're only moving through that hip, no lower back, none of the other stuff. It takes time. And you can always, like I suggest for you guys when you're doing your cars, just slowly build up so that the first one can be so small that you already know, hey, I'm not moving through anything. It's purposely small, and then you can slowly build on it more and more as you go. You can think about, again, your belly button's a red dot sniper, should face straight down to the ground. Everybody's gonna be prone to let it shift to the side. Try not to. Should be no pinching, no pain during your cars. And if you feel like adding the lacrosse ball is a little bit too tough for you, then you can just go ahead and take it out and keep it like that. 5, good. All right, let's go flat on our back now. So you'll be face up. Good. Okay. And now you're gonna straighten out one leg and then bend the other one and bring that knee to about here. What I want you to do is take your hand and push into this. Good, so you're using your hip flexor to pull into it. Now I want you to think about your knee right here, and I wanna see if you can keep your knee here but rotate in with the knee. Good, and then rotate out. Good, okay, you're gonna do 5 of those for me. So the knee is staying there. We don't wanna see it move side to side because that would be the hip, but you have that marker that's on your shin, and that's what's actually moving. When you go one direction, this hamstring works outer. When you go this way, this hamstring works there. So after you get 5 of those, we'll go through the full knee car, but we're just getting you going to understand the rotation now. Good, and then rotate in, good. Now stay in, and let's curl your heel to your butt, so all the way down, good. And then you're gonna go ahead and rotate out, so rotate the knee out, good, and then come up to the ceiling, good. And you're gonna go almost all the way, keep going up. So rotate out for me again, good, and then go up even more. Not to straighten out your leg, but almost. So see if you can get it a little farther, right there, good. Now from here, turn it in, and then slowly come down and curl. Good, so that's one rep. Try not to move through the hip though, you see how that's turning on you? Yeah, really sneaky, good. Now rotate out, so shin rotates that way, good, then straight. Now rotate in at the knee, and then down. Good. rotate out, up. Good. Imagine there's an X right here in your hand. Don't let that move side to side. Good. Down. Good. Now stay in, and now go up, and we'll reverse directions for 3 reps. Rotate out, come on down. Good. Keep that going for 2 more. So when you're doing these, we should feel the hamstring stretching on the way up, and it's actually working on the way down. What you're gonna see is it's really, really tough to get your knee to rotate at the top, and that's normal because it has a locking mechanism. So what you can do is stop earlier so that your leg doesn't get all the way straight, and then see if you can get a little bit of that rotation. But it's gonna be really tough. Just make sure that your hip's not fully rotating in and out, ideally, and then we can go ahead and switch sides. So now that we broke it down, straighten out that leg, bring this one up to 90. Let's put your hand here for a little feedback. Try not to let that move in and out. And let's just go ahead and turn in and now curl down. And we'll just go through the full thing now. Rotate out, up, in, down. Yeah, good, so much better. So when you stop a little earlier, you'll be able to control the top a little bit better. There you go, better. Good. And you can think about your foot is moving, it's coming along for the ride. Try not to let your hip drive the movement or your foot drive the movement though. So if you can think about what's actually going on around the knee and feeling that, it'll help you a lot more in terms of controlling that. These are really tough, so you're gonna have some compensations, but just try your best to get it to go up, in very similar to the elbow. There's rotation involved, there's flexion and extension, but we don't want to have the hip or the shoulder in those reps going all over the place. After you get 3 in both direction, we'll end up sitting on our butt, and I'm actually going to go ahead and grab your yoga block. Good. Good. How many is that?
Last one.
Good. Okay, so finishing up this last one, then we're gonna go into a version of the ankle car. So let's have you actually, let's have you sit on your butt and face that way. So for our ankle cars, we're gonna show you this setup. I really like this for blocking out compensations for people. So what we're gonna do is have our knee is gonna be locked out, not hyperextended. If you're prone to hyperextending, soften it a little bit. We want to go ahead and point like a dancer all the way down, and then we'll go right into our reps where we just go either direction and then all the way back and around. And you're just going to go perfect speed. Keep that same speed. Try not to guide the motion with your toes, even though they're going to come along for the ride. What we want to think about is almost getting your heel to be navigating you. So try to get the motion to actually happen around the ankle joint, and that heel is a great marker to help you with that. We're going 5 reps in each direction, nice and slow. Try to see where you struggle with it. The other thing that we want to see is that the knee, notice that that line of her tibia or her shin bone is not moving in and out either. You're going to feel your shins working during certain portions. Really the whole entire calf musculature is going to work at one point. But what we want to be able to do is isolate that so that the ankle is getting the movement, not so much guiding it with the forefoot, and definitely not rotating through the knee. This will give you a little bit of a different sensation so you can lock it in a little bit better. When you see the jolty spots, so if you see yourself jumping through certain spots, that's where you take note and say, hey, I'm going to go a little bit smoother around that corner as slow as I can, because that's just really an inconsistent feedback coming from your foot and your brain. So being able to slow it down is what we want. After you get 5 in both directions, switch sides. Same idea. Again, if you're prone to hyperextending your knees, soften your knee a little bit. Make sure that your knee is not lower than your ankle. We don't want to have that kind of sunken in. So be very, very smart about that. 5 in each direction, using that heel to guide. You can think about, I like to think about the guacamole bowl, and you're scooping up that last little layer, so you're trying to get the edges nice and smooth. You can also, again, think about the heel as like the bottom of the rudder in a boat, so it's slowly driving the ankle car in each direction. And try to see which one's a little bit more limited. Oftentimes people are going to have a really hard time going in one direction on one ankle. If you've noticed that you've had a history of ankle sprains, maybe when you rotate in, it gets really limited. You feel a restriction on the outside of the ankle. Nobody's really going to have a lot of pinching here, but if you did, don't go into any pinching. Make your rep a little bit smaller. And this is a great way to lock out some of those things that maybe you're doing before. Have a hard time taking the big toe out of there, or is it just coming along? Good, okay. 5 in each direction? Awesome. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually stand up and get a little bit of feedback from the ground. Next up, working our way down the chain, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of toe exercises. Hopefully this is a good reminder that if you were someone who realized they don't work, you've been working on them. Just adding it in when you can. So we're looking down at our feet. You're gonna go ahead and keep everything down on your right foot except for your big toe. When you lift your big toe up, you wanna try not to let your ankle fall out. Don't try to fake it in any way, okay? So hold that right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That one goes down. Now left big toe. Good. And try to really keep this down. Yeah, there you go. Good. Super sneaky. Okay, so the ankle's going to want to roll out. If you're someone who lifted your big toe up and it went in, try your hardest to lift it out, even if it doesn't go as high up, because again, you're kind of faking it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that down. Now let's lift all the other toes on the right foot. Same idea there. You see how the ankle rolled in a little bit? Yep. There you go. Good. So even if you have less lifting, that's fine. Do it without the ankle faking. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that down. Left side. Good. Ankle. Yeah, there you go. Good job. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, put those all down. Now let's go piano on the right side. So you go little toe, 1 by 1. We'll do 5 reps and then switch sides. Take your time. Try to be as pinpoint as possible. Get them to separate. 1 by 1 touches the ground. Same idea, not moving through the ankle, so you shouldn't see any ankle faking it. After you get 5, we're gonna switch sides. We're only gonna do pinky to big toe, but just know that the progression's out there. If this is your second time taking class and you've already executed this the first time, then try to see if you can go big toe to little toe. Very, very difficult. And again, when we're thinking about our feet, it's such a dense area for feedback to the brain. It's very important that you start talking to your feet in a simple manner. This is as simple as it gets. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is move on to a single leg stance isometric. This is something I got from my guy David Gray, rehab. So let's go ahead and start off with our left foot in the front. We're gonna just take a little tiny step back with our right, similar to walking. I want you to soften your left knee and bend your left knee as much as you can with no pinch in the front of the ankle, nothing felt in front of the knee, and your weight is heavy on your left heel. So you're really digging into your left heel, knees forward. From the side view, we should see everything stacked. So let's give me a good exhale and tuck your butt under you. Good, good, good. Keep tucking, keep tucking, keep tucking, keep tucking, keep tucking. There, I want you to try to stay there for me, okay? The other thing is we should have shifted onto our left. So all of her weight should be on her left heel, like 10% should be on her right foot. Now, last one, take your belt buckle and turn it slightly to the left, very slight, and you should feel that inner thigh muscle turn on. Now, we're about to lift our right foot, but before we do, I want you to put an emphasis on pushing through the front of your foot. Your heel still stays down, but use your left calf to really push through the ground. Now, watching all these things stay locked in, she's gonna slowly lift up her right foot and hold. Good. Okay, keep holding, keep trying to tuck your butt under you. And what we wanna see is everything stacked, just like we would run. So right through the middle of her ankle, comes up into the spine. Her head stays over. Try not to let your ribs flare forward. We're gonna do 30 seconds right here. What you should feel is your left calf, your left butt cheek, left hamstring, and left inner thigh. Everybody's gonna lose inner thigh, and you're gonna let your belt buckle rotate out to the right. Try your best to pull it back and feel that. From the front view, we have 15 seconds left. You're gonna see the inside of the foot go up into the inside of the knee, go up right into the middle of the chest into the head. That's what's ideal. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Good. Okay, so we're gonna 2 of those per side. So right foot's in the front, left foot comes back. Bend the knee as much as you can with the heel staying down. You're gonna go ahead and make sure that you're tucked under, the good exhale. Everything should be stacked over each other. Then you're gonna go ahead and rotate your pelvis to the right a little bit, belt buckle slight, knee stays where it is, gently lift the left foot and hold. Good, Good, there you go. Keep holding, you're pushing your calf down into the ground, so you're really using your calf to push through the forefoot, keeping your butt tucked under you so you can feel your hamstring connecting to that heel also. Trying your best to stay everything stacked, just like running. Can you give me a good exhale and pull your ribs in for me? Good, even more exhale, keep going, another one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that down, switch sides, okay? Same thing on the other side. Try to see if you can take note of maybe some of the little things that moved on you. Maybe you noticed yourself turning out, and now let's lock them in and get even better at it. Left foot in the front, right foot's back. Heavy on that, hold, 30 seconds starts now. Good. Trying to tuck your butt under the whole time, trying to keep your abs. Good. Feeling your foot push through the ground. Try not to claw at the ground. See how your big toe's clawing a little bit? Good. Try to push through the ball of the foot more so than clawing your toes, okay? Super difficult. Good, good. Don't lift the toes though. Good, good, good. Okay, find that middle ground. Keep holding. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that down, switch sides, okay? So let's go through the checklist before you lift up. So right foot's down, bend the knee, tuck under, give me a good exhale. Good. Now from here, slowly start pushing through the ground, lift up the back foot and hold, keep everything lined up as you do it. Good, good, good. Keep holding, keep holding. Trying to see everything stacked so that we're just like we're running, distributing the forces. Don't want anything broken in that line. Keep holding. Try to see if you can keep the belt buckle not only tucked under, but slightly turned to your right a little bit towards the lead front. When you turn your belt buckle towards the front leg, your knee is going to want to shoot out to the side. Try to keep the knee in and turn the belt buckle towards it, and you should feel that inner thigh light up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Shake that off for a second, and now we're going to transition into some momentum calf raises. Next up, for the momentum calf raises, also might be called a rocker, but essentially we're going to give you guys a little bit of support. So if you want to use the kitchen table, the wall, the door frame, whatever it is, if you have your sticks, use your sticks. But we're going back into the shins lifting up and then going into a calf raise. What we're really trying to do is get your weight on your heel, which is just like it would be during gait when you heel strike. And then what happens is the weight goes through the outside of the foot, then gets to the ball of the foot, and then we calf raise. Then when we come back, it rolls back the same way, and we lift our foot up. So let's have you start off with 5 supported, 5 unsupported. If it's too hard without it, you can do it the whole thing. So as you push through, make sure you really push through the inside of the foot there. And then when you come back, roll back and lift up the toes so you feel your shins work. Slowly roll back into it as if the foot is going outside of the foot to the inside of the foot. Hold, squeeze, then come back. Good. That's 2. We're going to do 3 more. So you're there. Good. As you come back, feel the shins work to pull the feet up. Try to think about pulling your ankle back even more so than just your toes. So you're trying to get both, but if you can get your shins to work, and you can even start getting these, we're going to do 5 reps without them, but there's something that you can work on different rhythms too. So if you wanted to kind of get good at it, boom, and you can start getting almost like a little bit of a pendulum, freestanding. So now you go 5 reps without any support. You can go slow or fast. Again, you can basically work it through. Make sure you're pushing through the ball of the foot. You're going to see that you're going to have a hard time with the clawing again. It's only normal. A lot of people have that. If you lose your balance, get right back into it. It's perfectly expected. This is very difficult. Make sure when you push through, you're really pushing through the ball though. Try not to claw. That's going to be the toughest part for you. Spend a little bit less time there and just go up and then go right back in, because that's really what we want. We're trying to get you to, yeah, there you go, and then right forward. Yeah, much better. Good. So instead of trying to hold in either position, just think about like a pendulum. You go there, you come back. Yeah, there you go. Good. Give me 4 more like that. So once you get it, you can get a little bit smoother. Instead of trying to hold or slow yourself down, gait is supposed to be efficient anyway. So that's what we're trying to do, is just get you efficient at going from one end to the other, and you letting the momentum help you is what we're really looking for. So that's how we're going to do those. Now, what you're going to need is a yoga block, a couple of books, or something that we can actually elevate your front foot. Next up, we're going to do a split squat iso here. We're going to really integrate the cab. So we're going to have you on something elevated. You take a step back. The further you step back, the harder it is. It's not necessarily about having this huge stretch position. It's actually about just being stable. So find out where you want to be. I need you to have the very similar stuff that happened before, meaning your knee is going to stay right here. I don't want it to fall inward, but I don't need it to drive out so much. It's actually more about keeping it in so the inner thigh works just as much as the glute. Then from there, you're going to really kind of shift your weight to your right side, so very little weight is on your left foot. Be as heavy on your right heel as you can be to start. And now, keeping everything there, let's reach our left arm forward. Good. Give me a good exhale. Tuck your butt under you. Good. And now you're going to lift up your right heel. So we're doing a little calf raise. You're going to hold here for 30 seconds. If you lose your balance, get right back into it and keep trying to push through the ball of that foot. So you're trying your best to push through here and not claw. It's going to be tough, but keep trying. Good. Keep holding. Keep holding. Good. We got 15 seconds left. Keep holding. If you lose your balance, get right back into it. Good. Having a really sturdy surface would be ideal for this. The yoga blocks are second best option. They're a little bit soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Switch sides. Good job. Okay. Same exact thing. Set yourself up nice and heavy on the heel to start. Right foot steps back. Take a good breath. Tuck under. Think about spilling the bowl of water backwards or your belt buckle lifting up towards the ceiling. Good. Shifted weight onto the left so you're not on the right. Good. And whenever you're ready, calf raise. Good. Good. Keep trying to get your weight on your left side. You like to be stuck on the right. Yeah, there you go. Keep that ball of foot pushing through. Keep the ball of foot inside, pushing through, pushing through. Good, 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 good. Hold. 20 seconds left. This is exactly what most people are going to be experiencing at home. The left side's oftentimes going to be a little bit harder here. It's expected. Just do your best. If you lose your balance, get back into it. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Good job. Very nice. Okay. Shake that off. Now we're going to go through the same thing, only this time we're going dorsiflexion. So come back over to here. Put your right foot so that just the front of your foot's on there. There you go, like that. Perfect. So now instead of having your heel high, we're going to do the exact same thing, but your heel is low, close to the ground. So your ankle is actually dorsiflexed. So you're going to go ahead and still have your whole foot on there though. Yeah, there you go. And now just let your heel relax towards the ground, but your foot stays there perfect like that. And now step back with the left foot. Good. Okay, so really feel the weight on the right foot. Get off of the left as much as you can with it still touching the ground. Tuck under, reach left arm forward. Good. And don't be afraid to even reach more and let your spine rotate to the right just a tiny bit. Yeah, there you go. Good. Okay. Ready? 30 seconds starts now. Okay, so just staying nice and stable here. Use your breath and try to fully exhale so you can see if you can get some abs here. If you feel a stretch in your heel, the back of your calf, any of that stuff, that's normal. We're basically strengthening, maybe not your full end range, but towards your end range here. And this is going to allow you to get some really good stability at that. We're also integrating the hips as you can feel and working on weight shifts. So we're trying to get your weight on your front foot, not on your back foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax that. Switch sides. Good. Okay. So left foot's on there. It could be some books. You can see why the slant board is such a great thing to have. Make sure that you reach that right arm forward. Give me a good breath. Tuck your butt under you. Feel those abs. Good. Weight is shifted to the left. We're off that right foot as much as we can. Even try to feel your right butt cheek pushing through your right big toe. So you feel it actually shifting your weight to the left. And then your left foot accepts the weight. Got 20 seconds left. You're already 10 in. Good. Keep working on those exhales. Good. Good. Be as stable as you can. Get all the feels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Beautiful. Good. All right. Now we're going to actually finish class with a really, really tough superset. That's basically one of them is going to really get after the front of the shins, and then one of them is going to train your calves in the back. So let's go ahead and set that up. You're going to need something that you can kind of hold on to. Ideally, it's actually a wall or a door. All right, last up, we're gonna do a superset. We're gonna do 3 of them. So you're gonna do one, do the other, do one, do the other, back and forth. First thing we're in, you got your butt up against the wall, you got your back up against the wall. The further your feet are away, the harder it gets. Start squeezing a little bit of your quads. We don't need you to have your knee hyperextended, but keep a little bit of tension in that quad. Your heels are on the ground, and now start to lift your whole forefoot up so that this flexes. Let's hold the first one for 10 seconds so everybody can feel that. So you're squeezing your quads, you got your shins are going really, really hard to try to pull your whole forefoot up, and now go up and down 20 times. We don't necessarily need to go slow, so you see she's got a good speed. Try to touch the ground with your forefoot every time though. There you go, so you go full end range. So we're literally getting you to connect with your shins. You should feel them start to burn. We're gonna do 60 total reps. First one's 20, then we flip around, do 10 calf raises. We're gonna try to turn this into almost like a conditioning thing, which is kind of different than what we usually do. So we're going no rest. You're gonna do 20 here, flip around, go right into your calf raise. 10 there, that's 1 round. We're doing 3 rounds together. Well, you guys are doing 3 rounds together. I'll be coaching you through it. This, I want you to have support. I want you to get your heel as far down to the ground as possible so you feel that stretch through your calves. And I want you to drive through the ball of the foot on the way up. And you're just gonna get 10 of them. Make sure you get a good squeeze at the top. And this could be on anything. This could be on a book. This could be on a step. Whatever it is that you have, you just need to be able to turn right around and get all the way up. If you have limited ankles, especially going with the heel down to the ground, you don't even need to elevate. Maybe you can just go from the floor with the wall, and that will be okay, honestly. But if you can slide a book under there and get you a little bit of extra stretch, that would be great. Keep going. Same exact thing, 20 reps. You don't have to do a hold this time. Let's just go right into the 20. The other thing that I really want you to feel here and understand is when we pump that shin up and get your tibialis anterior, that muscle to work, you're gonna improve your ankle dorsiflexion, your ability to get your knee over your toe, or your ability to stretch your calves. So when you go back into your calf raise, if you can, see if you can get your heel closer to the ground because it should have actually opened up. So when you get it to go down to the ground, we're training that full range of motion, and then you're using your calves to get it right back up. Okay, so 20 there, go right into the 10 after. Good. Good. Starting to get tired? Good. It's okay. Everybody else is too. Okay. 10 calf raises. Make sure you push through the ball of the foot. If you can get your heel as close to the ground as possible, that would be great. So feel that little stretch. Come all the way down. There you go. Good. Squeeze. Good. So try not to claw. Try to push through the ball of the foot. You're trying to get those calves to really fire up. Try to get them evenly. Use a little bit of help. We're setting you up on the wall on purpose. This is not a balancing. We've done multiple balancing things in this one class already. Now it's time to get your reps in and really get a good progressive overload. Almost done. One more round. For a lot of people that never train their shins, this is how you should really be going about it. Super simple, guaranteed results. You're gonna fire up your shin, you're gonna fire up everything in there. With our ankle cars, we're going in multiple directions. We're getting all this freedom, all these different degrees. And now let's hammer those big degrees that we need, which is really the shin and the calf working in this fashion for you to go up and to just go forward. If you're ever having trouble with feeling the rails contraction and you're working on your ankle dorsiflexion pales and rails, so you're working on stretching your calves, Doing reps of these beforehand can fire that up so you feel it. We also have the wall there, so support yourself to get out of the position as well. Okay, last 10 right here, best 10. We're gonna just torment Irenan. We're gonna have her actually hold the last one for 10 seconds in the bottom and 10 seconds in the top. So get your 10 reps, then come all the way down and let yourself sink into that deep stretch. Good, so after 10, hold all the way down with the heel close to the ground. We'll hold for a 10 count. Good, good. Okay, so holding here, you're just gonna let your heels sink to the ground, keeping the toes there. All of this stuff should be stretching. 10, 9, you should even feel your shins working here because they haven't been able to turn off in the past minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, bridge all the way up now, good. Keep pushing through the ball of the foot. Let's see if you can get your ankles to go in a little bit, right there, hold there, good, yeah. And try to give me a little bit more push through here. I know you don't want to, try to, good, hold, 5, 4, 3, for fun, we're gonna come down for 10 seconds. We never talked about this before. Okay, there you go, good. Override, we're going down for 3 seconds. Okay, you guys are totally done, that's great. If you wanted to add something to the end of this class, you could totally do more rounds of that. Highly doubt you will, but you could also do more ankle cars, and like I said, surprise yourself and see how good your ankle feels to get your knee forward and feel that shin actually pulling your knee forward. Great job, Irenan. Thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions about this, let us know, and we'll see you next time.